Alright, so just getting everybody a heads up on what we're doing here. We have a mule and a chicken coop over there. So what we did, we took the feces and all that good stuff, and that gets recycled. And with the tractor here, we just sprinkled some of the top on the beds here, and that'll pretty much act as fertilizer. It's great. It's more of an acidic fertilizer, so it's great for tomatoes and pumpkins, gourds and such as that, watermelon. And over here, this is one of the second gardens. Tray on the right here is for tomatoes. And what I did in the fall, I laid down this black plastic sheeting, which is recycled from the haunted house we use and put up every year. And what it has done is prevented any weeds from popping up in here. And then over here, this is how this other portion of the garden got set up. We laid down 2 layers of landscaping fabric and punctured holes. I believe we have 14 rows and there's about 13 holes in every row. We have this irrigation line. It's spaced, there's holes every 12 inches. So then you just pop out a hole for every 12 inches and there you go, you have your irrigation system, and that's all on a timer and controlled. And there's also a rain sensor, so it senses when it does not need to be watered. We planted these strawberries last year and they didn't really do too well, and they popped up really early this year, and they're looking fantastic this year. They're already starting to flower. But as for the rest of this, this is going to be weeded, and we're going to take a power drill with the handle. And what we do with these, we take one of those augers the auger you slip into a drill, and basically you take that and you just loosen up the soil. Maybe we'll throw a little fertilizer, sand, or whatever we think needs to be thrown in the soil. And that's pretty much it. The back rack is for peppers. Use that rack. I like to have peppers grow up strings. They seem to be better that way, otherwise they're a little tipsy. And this is our tomato cage. And basically what we do with this, we drop down strings for all the tomato plants in here and just wrap it up around the stem there, and they grow up all nice. There's somebody working hard. So here's the finished product. These are just fence posts with ribbon tied around it waist height to keep the mule out. There's the irrigation line that we were talking about, and it's pretty well buried underneath there. So that way most of the moisture just goes directly into the roots. So yeah. In here we planted, the first row is jack-o'-lantern type pumpkins. Second row is a combination of gourds and mini pumpkins. The third row over there, half of that is summer squash. And in the back is, forget, mini pumpkins or gourds. And we still have 2 kind of half rows from right here down. And the back row up, which are still empty. So that's something that needs to be filled in. Over here in the tomato section, got this all finished today. This row on the right over here is going to be all beans, and that's just going to climb along the fence there. The rest are cucumbers. They're tomatoes. And in between the rows, we used newspaper and covered it with mulch. I've never tried it before. I've seen it online a couple times. Seems to work out pretty well. So we'll give that a shot. And then kind of spaced out through the tomato plants, we have marigolds planted. I'm not sure exactly what they do. I know they're supposed to be good and they work well with the tomato plants. I guess help keeping the bugs off as well. Alright, and here's our 13 or 14 rows of plants. The back 3 are cucumber, and there's also another cage that those are going to be suspended on. And these 2 right here. First one, kind of in the middle of the lines there, is hot pepper, followed by a couple rows of Swiss chard. I believe that's broccoli in there. Arugula. These 2 rows are leaf lettuce, just regular iceberg. And then the final few rows still need to be planted a little bit. But anyway, the strawberries, of course. And that's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching.